Hello and happy Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day you're watching this. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk to you about the assignment that we will be doing this week. So you'll work on it today, you'll have work time, and then you also have another day to work on it as well, okay? It is the virtual locker assignment. For those of you, or virtual icebreaker, it kind of goes by both names. But for those of you who did not finish About Me, remember that was due on Friday, and then your first workout was due Monday, okay? Or is due Monday if you're watching this on Monday. All right, so make sure you get those in. Email me if you have any questions about those, okay? This is what we're doing. Last get to know you thing, I promise. I just am in a unique situation where I don't have any 8th graders. I'm a 7th grade crew teacher, but I teach 8th graders. So I never get to see any of you guys. So I just really like to get to know you in the best way possible before we start the rest of our learning this trimester. Okay? So there's going to be a couple different things that you're going to do on this. I'm going to walk you through my example and kind of explain how to do it, and then I'll tell you where to find yours. Okay? So first up is your Netflix queue, okay? Now, some of you might be Hulu people, some of you might be HBO Max, some of you just might be regular cable people. That's okay. Just some shows that you've been watching, okay? I made this for my first trimester, and so these are shows that I watch mostly during quarantine and the months leading up to school. So I watched The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, he is the best basketball player of all time, in my opinion. So I watched The Last Dance. That was really good. I watched All American, New Girl, and then Community as well. Okay? So just what shows have you been binging? That's what you're just going to put here. Oops, skipped a slide. The next, we are going to go to the grocery store. I don't know about you, but I felt like during quarantine and the months leading up to school, and I guess even now, just being home all the time, I feel like I'm snacking and or just feel the need to snack all the time. So these are some of my favorite snacks. You're going to put your favorite snacks as well, or just favorite foods that you've been eating. So mine is chips and guac. I love tortilla chips. They're my favorite. Love guac. My favorite vegetable is Brussels sprouts. I know it's kind of a weird one to like, but I love them, and I made those a lot and still make them a lot. My favorite go-to ice cream and or dessert is Ben & Jerry's Tonight Dough. So good. So good. If you haven't tried it, you need to, okay? It's the Jimmy Fallon flavor, so it's very good. These are just the apps that you used. You're going to drag them. So if you use Facebook, you would put it over here. If you didn't use Facebook, you would put it over here. Okay, so you just click and drag them to the side that you used. I'm sure most of you, this one will probably be one of the biggest number ones on this side is YouTube and TikTok. Okay, so just drag those over. Those are the ones that I use. Now, just like who have you been talking to? You've been chatting with friends, family. I talked a lot and continue to talk a lot to Mrs. Wilkie, Miss Overweg, and then Miss Highbloom. So we have a group chat. We talk all the time. We're good pals. So they make me laugh, and they're good people in my life. So who are the good people in yours? Were you able to do anything fun over the summer and or since school started? Okay. This is mine since school started. I went up north a few weeks ago and I went to Traverse City and Sleeping Bear Dunes for the first time. Sleeping Bear Dunes, for those of you who do not know, it's just like a giant dune, a ton of different dunes, and you climb up them and you kind of hike to Lake Michigan. Super cool. I highly recommend if you've never been. It was really pretty and kind of a cool experience. So what have you done that's cool? I want to know about it. You thought you were finished, but you're not. So this one is going to be one where I'm really going to get to know you. This is your designing your own locker, okay? So just here's some examples of things you can put in it if you're stuck. I will walk you through mine. We can start at the bottom and then we'll work our way up. Okay, so this is kind of my locker. You know from the first About Me that I love sports. Softball and basketball are my favorite. So if you were to go in my locker in high school, you would see a lot of like my basketball bag or my basketball shoes, or like my softball bag would be by my locker because my catcher stuff was too big to put into my locker. I was a catcher. You would find water bottles all around me, and still I drink a gallon of water a day. It's my favorite. Going up, this is a foam roller for those of you who don't know. So it's like to roll out your muscles, like your legs and back mostly. I have pretty bad back problems. I had it since I was a junior in high school, and they've just progressively gotten worse as I got older. So I go to doctors a lot to try to figure it out. And so foam roll was one that you would really find in my locker and one that you would still find all around me. Sweatshirts are like my favorite clothing. Sweatshirts are probably the vast majority of my wardrobe. Granted, I'm a PE teacher, so I guess it kind of makes sense. but like specifically gray sweatshirts. As you can see, I'm wearing one right now. In a lot of videos, you will see me wear gray sweatshirts. Those are my favorite. I have far too many. This is a book I do love to read. I didn't love to read when I was your age. I never really gave it a good chance, nor found any good books. I went to a really small school, so our kind of library was pretty small. But the library you guys have here is just super big and vast. So I really challenge you to try to find some good books. And reading is just amazing. You can get lost in different worlds and learn so much. So if you need help, I'm sure your English teachers would love to help you find a good book, because reading really is one of the most wonderful things. This is a kind of a selfie of my family, including my adopted sister, you know, the one that's kind of a sister, but she's not actually. And we love to go to concerts. So this is a concert after we went to The Who, which is an oldies band. You probably have no idea who that is. And then this is just a picture of the beach. Holland State Park is a sunset there because I love sunsets and I love the beach. I love peanut butter. It's the food that I probably eat the most of. I eat it every single day. So you would find peanut butter probably around me somewhere. And then DQ, if you've never had their Glacier Freezes, it's ice cream and slushy, and they mix it together. It is so good. My favorite thing to get from DQ. Just some lovely decorations. Knives Out, that's one of my favorite movies. Just came out last year. So good. I love music, as you know. Apple Music is my go-to. I do use Spotify, though, at school. But I spend a lot of time listening to music. I love different genres and artists. I can't pick a favorite. I just love them all. So I just put Apple Music here. I'm a big Michigan fan, even though this year they're struggling. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to move on with our lives. And then I do really like to watch basketball. Blake Griffin is one of my favorite players. I've liked him ever since he played at Oklahoma. Just think he's super cool. And now he plays for the Pistons, so it just really worked out for me. So I included a picture of Blake Griffin. Okay, so this is my virtual icebreaker, get to know you. And then you are going to create your own now. In Google Classroom, you will find this template. I've made a copy for all of you once it loads. And so it's blank. So this is your canvas to work with. Feel free to delete my Bitmoji if you don't want me there. Otherwise, if you're just too lazy, don't worry about that either. Just leave it there. And so you're going to have your Netflix shows. You'll put them in. And then what you eat or your favorite snacks right now. What apps have you been using? Who have you been talking to? Who are your pals lately? Something fun. Please write like a sentence or two. Don't just write like Holland or Lake Michigan. Like, give me a little context, okay? Complete sentences. We love those. And then this is your blank locker. If you look at this, you're like, I have no idea what to do. Use these as examples of things that you can put in there, okay? Books, TV shows, movies, what you like to do for fun, a goal you have for the future. Maybe it's you put your future occupation that you want to be in. A college you're interested in attending. Something fun you did over the summer. And then just like the About Me presentation, I have these like slides with different images on them. Remember, all you have to do is right-click, copy, and then you can paste it wherever you would like it, wherever your heart desires. This is probably mostly for your locker. But there's different stuff. There's music, instruments, there's sports. Once it loads. There's different college teams. There's just letters. Or if you're just feeling festive and you want to decorate your locker, there's just different things that you can put in to decorate your locker. Just fun things. You want to put a chandelier in your locker? Be like Sia? Do it. I fully support you. I really do. Okay? Have fun with this. You'll find it in Google Classroom. That's where you will also turn it in. You'll have time to work on it today and then another day this week. Okay? Have so much fun, and I can't wait to get to know you guys better.